Fennel does have it. And this is surprising because oftentimes, you don't pick a Kha'Zix against all those easy lockdowns. Nautilus has a lockdown. Camille has a very good lockdown as well. And Ash can actually spot your rotations using the hawk shot. So this is a very confident pick coming in from NAOS.
Yeah, coming in from NAOS. But if it's something, Fate could be the one who is successful in using Kha'Zix. Coming into game number 1 here, but Vi already removed by NAOS. I think they're looking at the perspective that, we have to remove these lock, click, and point and click CC, if you may. Yeah. Especially considering that they will be relying when it comes to these team fights onto Sivir.
It's also the Lee Sin, possibly. All those possible early game junkers that can outpace the Kha'Zix is already out of the way, which means that Chaz might just go for the Jace here because that's the best thing possible, I'm thinking. If I'm the coach of Fennel, I might just be asking Chaz to play the Jace because, you look at their lineup. Yeah, they do have very good initiations, but they clearly lack on the damage side.
Oh, Riven. We've looked at Riven over the past week, right? We were discussing how Sivir can be enabling for these teams and for these champions. And Riven was one of these champions that gains a lot of these access coming into the back line for that mobility. But Shen, going to be locked in by Fennel, or well hovered by Fennel, could still pivot to something else.
Yeah, they need to, because they clearly lack damage, right? Like, if they go for Shen, I don't think they will have enough damage to burn through all potential tanks or all potential big objectives in the game. And so Fennel wisely goes for a carry instead. And it does look like that this Yone will go into the hands of Chaz. And they will need some form of AP damage, heavy AP damage. It is. Oh, wow. Okay, so Akali was left through. And this is one of my requests. During the interrupt game, Helios is playing an assassin.
Oh, the answer back though. Kassadin will be locked in for the side of NAOS. So when it comes to that battle into the mid lane of Kassadin versus Akali, this will not be a great time for the side of Fennel. But nevertheless, okay. I was thinking like Akali jungle, not gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen, right? Like, and good morning, Mr. Infinity, because this is going to be a very good game to start everything, right? Like, you have assassins for Helios being answered by the pocket pick of Mitsura and the Kassadin. You have Chaz on the Yone, which is basically the carry. So everything that you can ask for from a draft standpoint here for NAOS and for Fennel it was actually gifted to us by the coaching staff. So now that is out of the way, it's all going to boil down to execution. Who will have the better execution this time? Will it be NAOS? Will it be Fennel? NAOS, of course, is sitting comfortably at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, Fennel, they want a win. They need a win, right? In order for them to at least have a chance.
Yeah, in order for them to be able to creep themselves back and have a chance towards the playoffs. And this is pretty much a battle of the brains here by these coaching staff. Coach Lucid, for the side of NAOS, and for the side of Fennel, it will be Coach Kaigu and Analyst Exosen. When it comes to the draft, when it comes to game 1, here it goes.
Excited to see this, right? Like, this is... They are teams that are very familiar with each other. Coach Lucid was formerly a Fennel. Their Baron Laner, Colin, was formerly a Fennel. So they do have ties, right? Like, and, among other things, surely they are friends with each other, and they often, get to see each other in RGs as well. So it will be very exciting to see this. Now, Colin did go for a ward to kind of spot out Chaz, but immediately spotted will be the ward, and that will be an easy sweeping lenses coming in from Chaz.
Yeah, and expectedly coming into the bottom lane as well, as we look into Danny and Horizon and Margot and Murmo, it will be Fennel who has a better level 1 here, because you have more pokes coming into the side of Danny with the arrow, and also have Horizon, which is having the Nautilus, rather, right? Which is arguably one of the strongest supports when it comes to level 1, level 2, level 3.
Oh, surely, right? Like, the amount of shield that you get with your second skill basically allows for you to have a front line while also being able to dish out magic damage, and that mainly is the reason why Nautilus is one of the strongest when it comes to all those level 2 engages. it's all about damage mitigation. And so now, Mirmo and Margot often will be pushed back into their tower. The good thing for them, though, is that Danny is on an Ashe, so it's not, oh wait, hang on, Horizon? Okay, never mind. But yeah, just going back to the Ashe point, it's not as obnoxious as a Lucian to play against, so...
Or even the Ezreal.
Yeah? Exactly, it's not that hard to play against the Ashe during the laning phase, so that... I believe is going to be some positive point towards the NAOS bot lane as we look into a very quiet early game. Everyone just wants to farm and level up for any potential team fight. Come 3 minutes or 4 minutes of the game, we're in, you can squeeze in an ultimate hero or two, right? Like, because it will still be up by the 5-minute mark. So expect that, especially with the Ashe, if he becomes level 5, he'll just be throwing an enchanted crystal arrow from afar.
Agreed. And the reason behind these as well, why it's so quiet coming into the game, is because when it comes to the jungle, we have Kha'Zix, we have Yone. And these two champions really needs time to be able to scale up until that level 5, wherein now it opens up a whole new beast of movesets and ultimate to be able to go in for those engages. But more nice use of the spell block. Be able to go and retreat. Honey Fruit uses up the flash coming from Margot to retreat there, but coming on top side, we mentioned this level 5 name of the game,
and that's a very easy execution coming in from Fennel. Now Chaz also knows what's up. He smelled Fate from afar away and will still be safe here, but that's a very good advantage on the top side right now. Fennel, it's so easy to do this, right? One Hextech ultimatum to dodge away that knockup coming in from Calm. Calm was very aggressive, right? Like those are the very aggressive plays that you don't expect from them. Wow!
With a perfect execution, he just got deleted.
That's 2 kills for Fennel. That's a double kill for Fennel's side. Now we are now enjoying a Fennel is now enjoying a 3-1 scoreline ahead of NAOS.
It's a very strong start here by the side of Fennel, and something that we have to fear for is when Fennel gets a chance to be able to scale up until a very good massive lead and balloons this into a massive gold advantage. This will be scary considering you have the Akali, you have the Ashe as well to the side of Fennel, along with a lot of utilities that could set up these plays.
And this is the best start that you can ask for Fennel, right? Not only did they use their ultimates in a very timely manner, it also netted them 3 kills to just 1 for now. So now knows that they are in the back foot, and if Fennel even decide, oh wow, another one.
Nice arrow coming through as well. Wow. Coming from the mid lane up above, and now NAOS Esports will not be able to answer back, and Fennel got themselves a free kill.
Okay, so this is definitely a very confident Fennel now. That's 2 kills that they were able to get on the top lane. A back-to-back death from the Baron laner that you often see is on the more calculated side, right? Calm often would not lose his lane this hard. But Speltz is actually proving the doubters wrong and is making use of I would say the focus that Fennel is putting on the top side, because that's twice in a row that we see, members of Fennel help the Baron laner.
Yeah, and the thing is, we do not really have to babysit the likes of Danny and Horizon, right? Because we've mentioned this, right? Danny has these long-range engage with the ultimate as well, and Horizon's really strong as a support into the early phases of the matchup. Now, Fate's Heal coming into the backside, but Margot will be able to sidestep and dodge that. Fennel just starts up the Rift and gets it.
And that's a very easy takedown of the objective. But the thing for now is that they're taking a long time. Oh no!
Press our arrow connects onto Fate, but a shuriken flip comes in, and Fate just got deleted. No more jungler left for the side of NAOS, and Fennel will get themselves pretty much free 2 objectives.
A back-to-back objective, also netting a kill onto the jungler of NAOS. Oh wow, okay, I did not expect this. I don't think anyone expected this, but NAOS is definitely on the back foot right now. You look at that smite coming in from Fate. It left 1 HP, but I don't think it would have made any difference. It's about Fennel recognizing that they are in the lead. And so NAOS even with the lead that Fennel was able to get the first few minutes of this game, they still decided to contest for the Rift Herald, which in turn made them late in going for the other objective, which is going to be the dragon, and that's a 2-for-2 for Fennel, and just this is going to be very hard for NAOS to come back from.
Ooh, nice utilization of the flower into the right quadrant or top quadrant jungle. But Horizon's just too tanky at this point in time. But NAOS will be able to go in for the 3-man rotation top side, so not an easy push here.
Possibly 4-man push. If we look at an arrow, all right, arrow swings wide, and now for NAOS though, they're just being pressed into a corner, and all this aggressive plays coming in from Fennel allows for them to catch NAOS off guard, and we all know what is what could be the play here for Fennel. Catch NAOS off their rotations, and with their Hextech Ultimatum, with their Nautilus, and even their Ashe, it's just so easy to execute all these pick compositions or all these pickoffs coming in from Fennel.
I echo your thoughts, right? Because when we look at the flip side, when we look at the opposite side of NAOS Esports, right, what are their dependencies? It will be Ornn with a Call of the Forge God, but what else? Yes, you could go in for the On the Hunt, you could look into Calm for a lot of these CCs, but the thing is, it will only be the support for the side of NAOS that could go for those big engages.
Exactly, Call of the Forge God, which often is enough, right? Like, we've seen composition centered around just one engager, and then have someone else or have the rest of the team be able to still do a decent amount of damage. But of course, with this amount of lead for Fennel, NAOS is really scrambling. If we look at Mitsura, the 1v1 between him and Helios will mostly guaranteed be an advantage towards Helios. Oh no.
That's just so good. And Spells will be able to gain access onto Calm. No more Care 1 turret as well, so we'll be able to catch up, but respects are given.
Yeah. There is no Hextech Ultimatum, and finally something positive for NAOS.
Fate Seal.
But Chaz, wow!
That Fate Seal will be able to dodge it. This might slow down Margot, but that will just be the retreat here by now. Spade just gets CC. There's just no escape. Shuriken Flip will be able to catch him up. Now Horizon will be the target here, but will still live with 1 HP. Seaver comes into the bot side. Down he goes and use the exhaust. Helios catching up. This is an overextension, but they could turn this into value as Seaver will fall.
Spells that come from where? Top rope, I believe, because that was so far. He walked so far to really get that assassination onto the backside. We're looking to that replay once again, right? Like with Danny and company, it's all about Fate just getting luck with just one crowd control and follow through with a depth charge. And this is what we're talking about, right? When you're drafting Kazakhs, oftentimes you don't draft it against a Nautilus, but look into the live, there's something happening here.
Yeah, Riven already down as Calm. Just got the lead, and now Fate has to run away and retreat up against Belts and the likes of Nautilus for the side of Fennel.
This is now is really having a hard time against all the 5 members of Fennel, and this is because Fennel is actually doing a very good job in not just getting all those early game advantage, but maximizing it, getting territories, and planting their vision around those areas that they can just do this over and over again, rinse and repeat for them, right? Like just throw arrows, throw Hextech Ultimatum, and so now for Fennel, it's all about playing this methodically and shutting door against NAOS, because they're doing a very good job here, Infinity.
Yeah, not giving any breathing room for the side of NAOS, because at this point in time, they already have a 4K goal lead, and in 10 minutes, that's already massive. And right now, Shadow Crystal Arrow will connect along with Hextech Ultimatum, and that's just no escape.
That's 2 dragons, 11-1, by the way, is the scoreline here. Oh, NAOS is... Okay, the #1 team from APAC is really struggling to find bearing here. And is it still doable for NAOS to come back from this massive deficit? Obviously, there is still a chance for them to, get a win. Although it's proving to be harder and harder by the minute here, Infinity. With the big advantage that Fennel was able to get, and it's not just the gold, right? It's about the 2 dragons as well. Now they can threaten Core and Ice Dragon Soul, which basically would cement everything.
Yeah, and I like how you mentioned about that, right? Because there's always a winning opportunity to turn things around. But the thing is, we always have to emphasize, right? We've mentioned this. NAOS only has that huge dependency onto Margot for the Call of the Forge God. But for the side of Fennel, what do they have? Jonas, Fate Sealed. You have Nautilus, Hook, Drenched Line, and Depth Charge. You also have... What? Camille with Hexic Ultimatum. There's just too much. And Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well from the Ash. So just nothing to do. And coming into the top side, Calm just gets visited by two members, Helios and Chaz, and there's just no way of escape.
Horizon also engaging again for Fennel.
Will be able to cancel out the ultimate of Horizon with a spell block for the side of Marmo, but it's not enough. They get their red buff, which is what they wanted, and the Baron's open.
Baby Baron, 12 minutes, very squishy. And they do have enough damage to really take this down. Now Margot and NAOS, they don't have anyone to really check the dark areas. And with their jungler being so low in health, that's another advantage towards Fennel. And I think we're just waiting for formalities here. I hate to say it, but I feel, NAOS really did not bring the normal fight that we see in them.
Yeah, traditionally we see NAOS prioritize a lot of these early game lead, balloon it into a massive advantage, but this time around, it's the opposite play. It's Fennel who's getting so much lead. It's their opposition who gets so much value coming into the early game, and these 5-man gank could let them benefit, but look at their mid lane.
Hawkshot, wow, okay, and then basically everything that NAOS did plan for here to corner spells, that will be negated with Fennel just pushing 4-man strong here into the mid lane.
NAOS Esports will be able to retreat. 2-man TC coming from Calm as well to follow up. Donnie just went down, but Ash is traded out. 2-member Seth coming for side of NAOS, and Helios assassinates the back line. The Hook coming in from Horizon with a shuriken flip. The distance is covered, and Helios gets the final blow.
That's the ace, and that will be a very naked Nexus.
And Fennel coming from below. Game number 1 up against NAOS. They strike first in the series.
Fennel with a very timely 1-0 against NAOS. They're still in contention to